Hello, hello. So in this example, we're going to interpret percentiles. So a percentile, again, means that there's that percentage of the data is below the data point in the data set. All right, so let's look at these scenarios. So number one says, for the 100-meter dash, the third quartile for times for finishing the race was 11.5. So this was Q3. Seconds. Interpret the third quartile in the context of the situation. Okay, so basically your data set consists of finishing times for a race. Okay, so kind of think of each of the dashes as like how many seconds it took the people to run 100 meters. Okay, so the third quartile is somewhere up here because third Q3 means the 75th percentile. All right, and this is this data point, which is 11.5. Okay, so 11.5 seconds. So that person finished the race in 11.5 seconds. Okay, so if you look at it, the people with low scores are faster because it takes them less time, and the people with high scores are slower. Right? So this person, that's Q3, so the person who finished the race in 11.5 seconds was slower than 75% of the people who finished the race. All right, so that's the interpretation for that percentile. All right, let's look at number two. So number two, on a 60-point written assignment, the 80th percentile for the number of points earned was 49. Interpret the 80th percentile in the context of the situation. All right, so again, we have a bunch of people writing this assignment. All right, the 80th percentile is somewhere up here. All right, and that the 80th percentile for number of points earned was 49. Okay, so the score, the actual score corresponds with the 80th percentile is 49. The maximum points that can be earned is 60. Okay, so these are low points, low score, and this is high score. All right, so this is like bad grade, good grade. All right, so interpret the 80th percentile of the context in this situation. So the person who earned a score of 49, the person who earned yeared, that's not a good spelling of earned, a score of 49, scored better than 80% of the other people who completed the assignment. Right, so 80th percentile is like a high score compared to the others. Okay, let's look at number three. During a season, the 40th percentile for points scored per player in a game is 8. Interpret the 40th percentile in the context of the situation. All right, so again, let's think of, you have players that are playing a game. It could be basketball, it could be baseball, it could be darts or whatever. So you could have however many players that you're keeping track of. So the 40th percentile is basically the place where, see, this is the 40th percentile. So this score right here, we have 40% of the people score below it, 60% score above it. Okay, so the 40th percentile is 8. So that's how many points the player scores. So the scores to the left are lower, the scores to the right are higher. Okay, so let's interpret. All right, so 40% of the players score lower than a score of 8. In a game. Which by default means the 60% score have a score of greater than 8 in a game. All right? So those are interpretation of percentiles in different scenarios.